Hey, Lady Christina here. Just gonna straighten my hair. I mean, look at it. It needs to be straightened. I haven't brushed it yet today. I just washed it yesterday, so my straightener. You wash your hair and then you don't know what to do with it. Me, I straighten it. Sometimes I do it the same day I wash it. Sometimes I wait until the next day. Today, I waited until the next day. Just washed it yesterday. I only wash it once a week. Lady Christina, just popping in to say, I hope you have a day filled with positive energy. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me, and while you're at it, click on the like button, and go ahead and click that bell and get notified. I am not doing this over again because it's taken me about 20 takes. Have a great day. I have my TV on, and someone's at the gas station, and there was a snake in the gas pump. It was showing up on the screen. You know how they're all digital, so it was inside somewhere. I'm easily distracted. Sorry. I don't like snakes. That's why that caught my attention. There was one day I was back here, and I heard what I thought was one of the dogs scratching at the garage door, which is literally right here, because the kitchen and then there's the garage door. And so I got up to open it to let them in, because Bella will come up these stairs and want in. So I opened the door, and we have a screen door which ended up coming off, but because the dogs punched through it. That was a good idea, but it didn't work. There was a rat snake. There was a rat snake, and it was knocking on the door. That's what it sounded like, and it was just like, bumping up against it, but it was up, because when I opened the door, all I could see was this little black head. Needless to say, I squealed, screamed, screeched, yelled for my husband. By the time he got there, though, all you could see was the tail. And this is a flight of stairs. There's a flight of stairs that has 11 stairs, because every time I'd go up and down them, I would count them. There's 11. And how did that snake get up there? How? But Chris doesn't go in the garage anymore. because they're snakes. I've seen 2 in there now, and one of them was crawling the wall. No. We do live in rural Georgia. Snakes are to be expected. Doesn't mean Chris has to like it. So, I don't open this door anymore. I don't open it wide. Let's just put it that way. Now I'm very cautious when I open the door, because you don't know what's going to be on the other side. Apparently, it could be a snake. We have a lizard that hangs out in our back door, between the door and the storm door. There's like a gap that it comes in through and drives the cats nuts. And one day, I was letting the dogs in or out or something, I don't know. And I just opened it, not even thinking. That damn lizard got in the house. Needless to say, my hero of a husband captured it for me, and before the cats could get it. I don't want the cats eating the lizard. But, the lizard belongs outside. You can eat the bugs outside. So, now, I stop opening that door. Just opening it. Because I don't want the lizard to come in. I have been known. My son reminds me of this every now and again. When we lived in military housing, this was years and years and years and years ago. When we lived in military housing, a frog got in through the back door because I opened it, and to let the dog out. And I went and got my son, who was like 7 at the time. He's 33 now. To get this damn frog out of the house. He was asleep. And he remembers that to this day. He's like, "What do you mean, Mom? You mean like that time you woke me up just to get the frog out of the house?" That's right. I don't do frogs. Can't. I just can't. They have a place, and it's not in my house. Just, mice belong outside. Bugs belong outside. No, this is my house. Go to your own house. When we first moved into this house, it was 20 years ago. We moved in December 20th, 2003. And it seemed like every week there were scorpions on the wall. Not scorpions. We would find, a scorpion here or a scorpion there. And we apparently disturbed their nesting ground. And for about a year, we kept finding scorpions in the house. They weren't very big, but it's the small ones you gotta watch out for. And black widows, not in the house. Black widows never came in the house, but this is no lie. This is no lie. And you're not gonna believe me, but I really wish I had a camera. Well, I had one. I just didn't think to use it. But you have to remember, this was 20 years ago. Really before cell phone. I mean, we had cell phones, just not like today. And because if we did, I would have taken a picture of it just to prove it. My hair is tickling my face. There was a black widow where a tree had been in our front yard. We had pulled the tree out because it was rotten. And there was a nest. And she had She was probably, her body was probably the size of my thumbnail. And I don't have very big hands, but that's pretty substantial. And she had a red hourglass on her belly and her back. Because we looked at her. We killed her. Along with a bunch of other ones, but this one in particular really stood out because she had 2 hourglasses. And she was obviously Grandma Spider, but it was crazy. Yeah, I don't like spiders either. Creepy crawlies. You have to remember, I grew up in the concrete jungle of Los Angeles and surrounding areas. And I'm sure, I mean, I know we had bugs, but, ouch, hot. Believe it or not, I don't remember seeing spiders. It's just so funny. The different worlds that my husband and I come from. Never in my wildest dreams thought I'd ever live in Georgia. Never. But I've been here 30 years. And it's kind of grown on me. The first decade was rough. That was rough. Military housing life for the significant other is not easy when the husband or the wife, like in some cases, just aren't around because my husband was TDY frequently. He wasn't always gone, but when he was gone, he was gone for a month, 2 months at a time, and that made me a single parent. And let me tell you, military wives are catty, very catty. I mean, you are literally living in each other's laps. You're in a duplex, and in the last house we had, I loved my house. We lived there for 9 years. That was home. I've got a hair. I'm sorry, hang on. I gotta find this hair. Got it. And you share a wall, but in this particular case, we shared, the wall was the living room wall and the kitchen wall, which was not a problem. We the first military house that we ever lived in together was in Washington State at Fairchild Air Force Base. And the people that we shared a wall with, it was our bedroom wall. And our beds, I knew their bed was butted up against the same wall. Ours was. Because they needed to pull their bed away from the wall. We knew every time. Every time. Our bed didn't move. Our bed stayed in the spot. But theirs didn't. So, I mean, what do you do? Honestly, what do you do? So yeah. And then the second military house that we lived in was haunted. And it was a duplex, just like the first one. But we didn't share a wall with anybody because we had the entire house, both sides. And the main living side is where the entity was. And it was under the stairs that led to the basement. Only on the front side of the house, because we had two sides. So we had two sets of stairs, two garages, two driveways, very long driveways. And in the wintertime, it snowed. And we had two cars and used both driveways. The washer and dryer were down on the main living side, where I cooked, and that's where we lived, basically. The rest of the house were basically just bedrooms. They had converted the other side into bedrooms because a family needed a large house because they had like 9 kids. So they knocked out a wall upstairs, connected the two rooms or two sides with just a doorway with a door, and that connected 2 bedrooms. And then in the basement, they had created a doorway to connect both basements. And my husband kept asking me if I wanted him to move the washer and dryer to the other side. And I couldn't figure out why. And I said, no, there's no need to do that, because in order to do that, he would have had to go up 2 steps. There's like a little landing at the bottom of the stairs, and he'd have to go up 2 steps and then down 2 steps to drag it out to the other side. And so I'm like, no, just leave it where it's at. And he would ask me that frequently. I mean, like once a week for probably 8 months. I didn't know at the time. Our relation, we got married really quick, and so we were still learning each other. And it wasn't until we moved down here to Georgia that I asked him about it. And he said, did you feel any kind of funny way when you went in the basement? And I said, what do you mean? Because I know what I felt. And he said, did you feel something evil? Blew my mind, because yes, I did. And that's when I told him that something tripped me going down those stairs. I don't remember how many times it was, and I think it was 3. But it was like somebody grabbed my ankle, and I fell. I'd fall forward. Usually when you're slipping on stairs, you would fall on your butt because your feet come out from underneath you, right? At this time, I fell forward. And if it hadn't been for the railing, I would have fallen all the way down, because, in this case, I'd have a load of laundry with me, and I'd just let that go and let it fall. And I'd wrap my arm around the railing, because I always held the railing. The stairs were those really old wooden stairs that are highly buffed, they're just slippery, and there's no riser. You can see through them. Yeah, that's the kind of stairs they were. And the houses were old. So, yeah, that happened. And so we talked about it. And that's when I realized I had always noticed that the cat, we had a cat, would not go down those stairs on the front side of the house. And the dog wouldn't either, because I dragged the dog down there with me. He wasn't a small dog. They would only use the other stairs, because we had 2 sets of stairs too that led to the basement. And when I my gosh, look at that, static. Because I'd take the cat and the dog down there with me, and they would both immediately go to the other side. They would go through the other doorway, or the connecting door, and they would sit in that doorway and just watch me. And it was like they were watching something else, not just me. And it would freak me out every time. And I always had this sensation I was being watched, always. And it just was a creepy, evil sensation. And, I just chalked it up to my imagination. And until Vic and I talked about it after we moved down here. There was something under those stairs. There was something under those stairs. I always wondered, because, I talked to the neighbors, and not about that, but they would always say that nobody ever lived in this house very long, just maybe 6, 7, 8 months. We only lived in it 8 months. Because we got orders down here to Georgia. And I Google Earthed it. That house is no longer there. But we knew they were taking the houses out. They sold the houses. They removed the houses. Didn't tear them down. They moved them. So I'm hoping that entity got buried. Because now there's just a big field where our house used to be. So I'm hoping it got buried. Because it was evil. It was bad. We lived in a haunted house. Hey, sweetheart. Not yet. I'm doing my hair. That's my son. He fixed pizza for lunch. He fixes lunch on Sundays. Usually pizza or chicken tenders, chicken nuggets, something, whatever. He always cooks on Sunday lunch. He's a pretty great kid. He's not a kid. He's a young man. Actually, he's not that young. He's 35. No, he just never left home. And that's fine. Because he pays bills. He pays his own bills. He works full time. Helps us out around the house a lot. He helps us out a lot. And he buys groceries. All of them. We don't have to go grocery shopping. He does it for us. We're kind of spoiled that way. We got lucky. He's a good kid. He's a good kid. Alright, now I'm starting to get lazy. My hair is getting so long it just gets in the way. But I'm not cutting it. I'm not cutting it. But it does get in the way. Although I do love the color. Didn't think I would, But I do. I really love the color. I mean, hell, I'm knocking on 60, people. I mean, 60 is not. Okay, 60 is old, but it's not that. You are only as old as you feel. Mentally, I should be 25. Seriously, that's so immature. When I was 25, I was raising my son, and my husband and I had just gotten married, and we were an instant family. So, and then our youngest came along. So it was a yours, mine, and then an ours type situation. So, yeah. By the time I was 26, I had 3 kids. And you know what? I wouldn't change it for the world. No. Look, Matt, we had some really great times. Didn't always have a lot of money, but we always had some really great times. So I guess I'm done because I'm almost out of time, because this only records for 30 minutes at a time. I don't know. It's a program on my computer, but I'm at 26, so I need to do some editing. I got to do something about the static. But it is, hang on, July 21st, 2024, 12:30 p.m. Have a great day. May your day be filled with positive energy and pleasant memories. Bye-bye now.